Every guru under the sun tells you to find your purpose. That sounds easy, but what if you just aren't passionate about anything? What if music gets annoying, sports looks too hard, and films are just too long? How can you find this holy grail of a purpose when nothing excites you? It's the problem I always see in the comments under self-development content online, and something I struggled with too. Now I don't have time to fit everything I'm passionate about into my days, and it comes from one small mindset shift that you can make today, which I'm going to explain in this short video. For a long time, I thought my purpose was to just get rich. It was to build a billion-dollar company that would change the lives of millions, and I would be battling the race to Mars out with Jeff and Elon. From the age of 18 onwards, I would constantly be trying new business ideas, but nothing would ever stick. That's because the issue wasn't with the ideas themselves, but with me. I wasn't disciplined, I wasn't consistent, I was scared of failing, I couldn't prioritise, and I would still conveniently run the petrol gauge to the final notch so my mum would have to fill it up. But I wanted to be rich badly, so I decided to change all of that. And that's when I became obsessed with personal development, philosophy and psychology, and eventually became who I am today. I prioritised my mental and physical health and my family over everything, but that was never my goal getting into this. My goal was simply and solely to get rich. Yet in chasing that goal, suddenly getting rich became much lower on my list of priorities. I realised on my journey that the fulfilment I got from improving my life and helping others do the same was far greater than when I would hear the Shopify notifications ping and earn some money. In turn, I found my purpose: to help people build discipline and an unbreakable mindset. And I'm fully aware that in 10 years time or even next year this could be completely different and I'll be laughing at this video, but at this point in my life this is what fulfills me day to day. And I would never have got there if I didn't explore that initial passion, which was to get rich. Yuval Noah Harari, who's the author of Sapiens, explains that the difference between a religious and spiritual journey is that a spiritual journey ends up in a completely different place than your initial destination. So it's from searching for questions instead of for answers. A religious journey would ask, what does God want from me? Or is this action good or bad? A spiritual journey would ask, why do we believe in God and what makes actions good or bad? I didn't realise it at the time, but I was asking for questions rather than for answers, which is how I was led to a completely different destination than I first thought, and therefore it was a spiritual journey to find my purpose. So the moral of this story is to just pursue what drives you. Don't think too hard about finding a purpose, just aim for what you think you want and be prepared to be steered off course. Only then is there a potential for you to find out why you are on this planet. Now you might be thinking, but the whole point is that nothing drives me, so where do I start? Well, first let's define passion and purpose, because they're floated around a lot these days. So a passion is something that excites you, something you feel present and completely immersed in the action while doing, something you look forward to, that doesn't mean that you're never sick of it, because it's only natural to feel like that sometimes, but it always turns it around and you can refine that excitement. Essentially, a passion is something that the world does for you. Alternatively, a purpose is what you can do for the world. This is what fulfills you by doing something for other people. Both can change as you change, and neither are set in stone at birth or anything like that. You have complete freedom to find them for yourself. So back to the question, if nothing drives you and you have no passions, where do you start? And the answer is everywhere. You can only be passionate about something that you're good at. A successful boxer who says in an interview that boxing is his life was likely first introduced to it maybe by his family very early on. So he got good and he got used to it and it became his life, and then the passion followed. He wasn't born with boxing genes or punching DNA, that just scientifically doesn't exist. If he was born in rural Brazil, maybe he would have been introduced to football early on instead. Then he would be saying in interviews that football is his life. You can only be passionate about something you get good at and actually start. Then you might find it draws you to your real passion afterwards, if it's not that. The point is to find out what you're living for, you first need to live. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you took any value at all from this video, I'd really appreciate if you could hit the like button and comment below what other videos you'd like to see. I post weekly videos on building discipline and an unbreakable mindset. If you're interested in improving your life, then hit the subscribe button and join the community. As always, I've got a free playbook for getting your life together. It takes you through the step-by-step process that I use for going from anxious and lazy to fulfilled and productive. It's completely free, so grab it while you can. It's the first link in the description. I really appreciate you watching this to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.